Okay, so let's take a look at how to install Apache Spark on Windows. So basically this is open source data analytics engine and we are going to install it on Windows. We need two things, one being Java and second being Scala. So if you already have Hadoop installed, then you must have installed the Java as well, right? So let's take a look at Java that we have, and also we'll be needing this Scala installer for Windows, right? So we'll go through that install as well. Then we type in Java -- version. If we see any specific version, as you can see, Java 17, right? So we are good to go, right? Next thing, we'll be needing this installer for Scala. So we click on install, then choose Windows, then go for this installer. Already have one, so it accidentally did double setups. Let me drop it here. So what I have done so far is I have taken Scala, then I will download Apache Spark. You can choose the Spark release, right? Then pre-built for Apache Hadoop, right? Pre-built for Apache Hadoop 3.3, and later along with Scala 2.3. Go with this, right? So if you have any previous one, let's put it into a bin. Let's install this and let it download. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this tar file and we are going to extract this, right? So we already have Java and we confirmed its path as well. One more thing, we have to make sure that we have Python. So Python -- version, and we have Python 3.10, which is good enough. So if you don't have it, make sure that you get Python by going to python.org, then downloads. Make sure that you get the latest version, which is 3.10. At the time of showing you this is the version. If you are seeing this in near future, which is possible, then make sure any version above 3.10 is good to go, right? So we have Java, we have Python, all we need is Scala, and then we will go for Spark, right? So what we will do is we will get this Scala version and we will try and extract this, right? So 7-zip extract, right? Then open this, right? And here you see Scala. It will ask you JVM is installed, the path is as shown. Then you have app data local Corsair data bin path. Should we add it? You can add it within path. Yes, right. Now what it will do is it will start the download, and once download is finished, it will add it into your path. Then we'll be able to confirm whether Scala is installed or not. Now this is one of the command prompt based installation. There is also installer based Scala that you can try, right? So we already have few components installed. If you choose to install any other, then you will have to follow that particular part, right? So apart from this, there is also WinUtils that I need to show you. So WinUtils is basically a tool that will allow you to run your Hadoop properly, right? So this is the WinUtils exe you can download. Okay, so let me show you this particular repository from Steve, right? There is also one more repository which also has the WinUtils, but based on the recent version of Hadoop. So we can use that CDAR lint, right? So this is the guy who is maintaining the recent versions. Click on WinUtils. Once download it, make sure to add WinUtils, which is this file, within your D Hadoop, and again Hadoop and bin and WinUtils. I already copied this, so I'm just showing you for the sake of presentation, right? So this is the WinUtils that you need. Then this is Scala's installer, right, which we extracted in this folder, and there is also Spark that we just downloaded, right? So as you can see, these are some of the things that are being installed. You'll need to wait a bit more to see how it goes, right? So let's revise again. When you are installing Apache Spark, you will need Scala, Python, then you need Java. So when you're dealing with Hadoop, when you're dealing with Apache Spark or any big data related frameworks, most of them require Java. So you need to have that within your path, right? And make sure Python is also there, because there is also one more sub framework of Spark known as PySpark, which requires Python. So you need Scala, Python, and Java, right? Then WinUtils, we need it for Hadoop. So find this particular repository, cdarlint, and WinUtils, check the Hadoop version. So for 3.2x or 3.3, you can use these WinUtils as well, right? If there are any errors, it will notify you and you will go through that. For now, we will just let Scala install. Okay, now that we have Scala installed, we can also go for Spark file extraction. Go to extract to this particular folder. As you can see, we get the folder here. Then we have to extract here, right? It should create another directory, right? So basically what we want is, we'll have to just put its bin directory within our path, but for that we will have to put this somewhere, and we will do that by cutting and then creating Spark folder on my D drive, paste it here. All the files will be okay. Now once we transfer, we will have to copy this address as text up to bin folder, and then we will have to use environment variables. So open environment variables, then go to path, right, click edit, and here we will add new path to this particular folder, right? Then we will also add one more path to this folder, copy address. Then we will go here for spark underscore home, right? And there we will have to paste this particular path, right? And make sure that you save both of these changes, clicking OK. If you have any command prompt running, make sure to close that, right? And also go back, check your Hadoop directory, then bin, make sure your WinUtils.exe is there, right? Okay, now what we will do is, we will go back to Spark, right? And within Spark, then bin, we will have to open PowerShell, right? And there we will have to run PowerShell as an administrator, right? So we can open terminal here. Okay, so what I can do is copy this address as text, then go to terminal, run as admin, and then we use cd, then path, clear this. Now let me try and see whether we have everything set up properly. So we will basically type in spark shell, right? So spark dash shell, right? So if it gets detected, it should start some sort of process, right? And it will give a pop-up and tell you to open browser on 4040. As you can see, it has provided you with Scala prompt, right? When you get this particular prompt, that means you have Spark setup. Now let it check some of the processes, right? Meanwhile, we can open our browser, check localhost, then 4040, and here you see we have Apache Spark installed, and it shows me as a user with uptime 48 seconds. And then you will also find executors, environment, storage, and stages and jobs. If you check executors, you will find active and closed blocks here as well, right? We will go through all of this later. For now, you can take a look at the environment. So if there are any errors, it should be often reported under here. So it seems like my environment is functional so far, right? So if we are seeing this page, that means we have Apache Spark installed, right? So we don't need it actually, but we can also verify the Scala. And here you see, if Scala gives me some prompt back, that means we have Scala also installed as per the previous process, right? So we managed to install Apache Spark, Scala. We already have Java, Python, and we also added WinUtils, so Hadoop is also working, right? So you get the idea how to install Apache Spark on Windows.